guys, it is Meg from Moonlit Games, and we're here to finish 999. Now, I did take a little break from this. Life got in the way of my free time. So it feels really good coming back to finish this game and then hopefully start some new games that I'll record for y'all. And most likely the other games will not be ones I've played before, so it should be a lot of fun. Alright, but let's finish this off. I am so excited, so let's go.
So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door. Yeah, right here. Pull that and the door should open. Got it. Let's go.
What the hell is going on?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Junpei, you came to get me.
Of course we did, June. Why would we leave you behind?
Of course I did. I made a promise.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you're here.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
Ace.
I
Hongo.
took the gun.
Kentaro Hongo.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. You have me at a disadvantage.
Hold
I
on.
don't like that.
I have to adjust my own volume because it is very loud for me and I don't know why. Okay.
You know me.
That's better.
But I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
I think I was watching some video about To Catch a Predator, the old TV show, where they would lure in pedophiles and kind of trick them into exposing themselves. And someone had mentioned that, you know, when the predator gets caught, they're always like, well, what about me? I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose my family. My mom's gonna take away my computer. Like, they're all very me-centered. And that's what this made me think about.
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. First, give me your hand. 8. And with this, 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
That's right, the last time we learned that Santa was Zero. Santa in June.
Santa.
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening? One more time.
Oh god.
Now open! No! What is this? That digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Because it's not a 9 on the door, maybe?
Ah! No! Ugh.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Wow, was that gratitude towards Seven?
Don't mention it.
Holy crap, Lotus. You've
Just
come a
one
long
punch ain't
way.
enough of this piece of shit.
Valid.
After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces.
True.
But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good.
True.
Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
Oh boy.
9 years ago? Then you must be. Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't...
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet.
Yeah, that two is... Well, Snake is still alive
Alright.
and kicking.
We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota.
And he killed his friend and companion.
You talked to Kubota and managed
Well,
to
he knew who
convince him
Kubota
to go into
was.
door 5 alone.
So that's not
You
that's
killed
too
him
much of a
without
surprise.
making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route. Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself.
And I'll apologize now if there's a lot of worrying in the background. The weather here lately has been like in the 90s and it's been insane.
So that you could make use of its power.
So I have fans going, I have the ice maker going behind me.
In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem.
That's the problem with studio apartments. They are just so open that everything can be heard from everywhere.
He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and you
Oh, sorry. You used this you knew what this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless
You
prank?
convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen.
What happened here? Wait, what? Okay.
That was why you killed Kubota. He was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not. That was Nijisaki?
Yes,
Why?
sir.
How did.
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided the murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number
Does
and then
9,
grabbed Nijisaki's
2,
arm and forced
and then
it over
1.
his then.
Yeah.
When the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. Poor Nijisaki was dead.
Well, I wouldn't say poor
You
Nijisaki,
mean
because
to say Snake is still alive?
Because Nijisaki was a part of the plan 9 years ago, so I wouldn't say poor Nijisaki, because
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new.
he's just as at fault.
Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well,
I love him. He's
I
such a
wouldn't blame
gentleman.
you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Huh?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the nonary project.
Right.
Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle.
Oh,
which
so
would mean that you
he
also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse.
so he opened the door, went in, killed him, and then came out and closed it.
All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
But how would he have known it was Musashido if his prosopagnosia was current and present? Unless they had a conversation? Question mark?
One blow was all it took.
I don't know why my peas are puffing so perfectly against this puff guard.
And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
I'll have to keep an eye on that.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no. So
Right,
I
and then
followed you to the wheelhouse.
he checks our pockets, but he also replaces the pocket watch, right?
When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote.
Yes, I cheated. I am admitting that to everyone, but that's not the point of this discussion.
But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace. Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand.
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I've prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world.
But he didn't go through with it. Clearly.
Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please, Zero.
Interesting.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded
Just because he was
to
a
the
witness, I
captain's
guess.
quarters in order
Yeah,
to
that
remove
makes
this
sense.
so-called witness.
Ace, you were being manipulated.
Yes, I was little more than a puppet. In many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he... Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it. Hook,
I'm
line,
surprised
and
for an
sinker.
old guy that he can kneel
I
for
did
that long a
everything
period of
he wanted me
time.
to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right?
No,
Santa?
not necessarily, but okay.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki.
Aoi Kurashiki.
My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan. After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh?
Ooh, he changed real quick.
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then.
No, guess not.
You got me. I'm Aoi Kurishiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's two things you got wrong. Number one, I ain't Zero.
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
Huh.
But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Yeah,
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things?
I suppose you did.
I made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago.
I have a feeling it was more so because we did learn that June was the child that died 9 years
That's
ago.
why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game.
To bring her back.
To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurishiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurishiki? Ugh! Oh, my head. My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
7! What the hell is going on?
I don't know. Oh, I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode.
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory.
Right.
Could human beings use these invisible fields to... That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told
to use the field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic.
the transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but
They made a mistake.
there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed in the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she
Yeah.
was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you?
I do.
I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
That's why she couldn't. That's why she couldn't solve any of the puzzles.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb.
So if Akane's the transmitter, with it, maybe Santa wasn't her receiver. Maybe Junpei was her receiver.
You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
How do you know that I opened it? He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream into 2 branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I'm also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Where did she go? June. No. Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Why's Clover... Oh, shit.
Freeze.
Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for 1 minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door,
Hey,
but
what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
he can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. Am I speaking as Akane from the past? And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
You mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are?
No, you can't be serious.
But he is. Shit, we gotta do something. Maybe we can still get out through the door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta... No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2... excuse me, folks. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Go for it. Oh, maybe it's just my thoughts? That's weird. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm gonna need them. Ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Huh? Man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
We're gonna get all those little flaky bits from the binding everywhere. Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see.
What? And there's no other way?
Looks like she'd figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Heck no, you're one of my favorites. Whoa, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
I love Snake's voice actor so much. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier, at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
But then how did Santa get out with Ace?
No! What is this? Why? That digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that...
were right.
It ain't opening.
Because it's not a 9, right?
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit, if we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get that hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch, I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise, like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him, and we became one inside of Junpei. So I must be Akane. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
So next time, we are going to find out what really happened to Akane on the boat. Akane, Santa, and Snake, and I'm guessing those are Lotus. That's Lotus's girl. And I don't know the others, but we're going to find out Akane's side of the story and hopefully save her. So thank you guys so much for watching and being patient with my video upload times, and I will see you next time. Bye!